Before we get back to the highlights, I had a little Twitter contest tonight to see who could guess the color of my tie correctly. My shout out tonight goes to Haley Fries, a junior at Polytech High School. Well done on the purple prediction. Thank you for following, and of course, thank you for watching. Well, I've said it many times. Butch Waller is one of my favorite high school coaches on Delmarva. He actually reminds me a lot of my father. Now, my dad was a high school football and track and field coach for 35 years in Central New York. I always thought of my father as a role model and a pillar of our school district. I think a lot of people view Waller in the same light at Y High. He is certainly respected by many in his community. Waller and Y High making the trip to North Dorchester tonight. First minute of the game, Indians guard Jordan Brittingham driving and scoring. He had a career high 27 points. The Eagles would respond. Andre Barham, too strong, but there's Dejon Pittman with the cleanup. North Dorchester, though, down 9-2. They kept chipping away at the deficit. Good defense here by the Tribe. Barham knocks down a tough shot. Y High would turn to their playmaker, Torrey Brittingham. Check out this pass from the point guard. Terrific vision. David Conway on the receiving end. Y High keeps on winning 90-70.
Basically, we're better than they are. If you want to break it right down to that. We played them early in the year, and it was a little bit of a mismatch, tonight.
Yeah, I feel like everybody going to step up. Everybody built confidence tonight. I feel like we can really win the next few games to get to the Comcast Center.
And Y High returns to action on Thursday at Stephen Decatur. One Bayside girls basketball score to pass along. Snow Hill gets past Chrisfield on the road, 45-40. Well, only one game on the schedule tonight involving a Henlopen Conference team for the second straight night. Cape had a home game. Now, in the last couple of weeks, the Vikings have been playing a little bit better. Tonight was a non-conference matchup against Concord. WBOC Chanel Douglas covered the game and joins us in the Dover newsroom with those highlights.
Scott, Cape Henlopen certainly got off to a slow start to the season. The Vikings dropped 3 of their first 4 games, but she just knew head coach Steve Reed would get his team playing coming the new year. I don't think a lot of Henlopen Conference teams will want to face Cape come February. We take you to Lewis, the Vikings up against Concord. We pick up this game in the third, Cape trailing 38-18. Ian Robertson getting it to Drew Mulcahy up the middle, and that's 2 out of 11 for Mulcahy tonight. A few plays later, Jordan Howell with the rebound, the fake, and the fadeaway, cutting that lead down to 16. In the fourth, the Vikings now trailing by 26. Kyle Orton getting the ball to Howell for a nice jump shot. This little guy excited about the game, but that won't last too long. The pass is to Joseph Maho in the corner, and that will help finish them off. Cape falling to Concord, 62-37. Non-conference matchup, St. Thomas More hosting Archmere. Third quarter, the Ravens down 33-27. Colby Morris heading inside the paint and lays the ball right in the basket to cut down that lead. Few plays later, Morris off the rebound and knocks one down for St. Thomas More. Still in the third, can you guess who's handling the rock yet again? Morris with it, and he knocks another one down for the Ravens. Morris chipping in tonight with 17 points. Later, Archmere's Ben Revac taking matters into his own hands and gets the layup, and that'll do it. Archmere wins the game, beating St. Thomas More 65-53. How about some wrestling action? Kent County taking on Snow Hill. We start off in the 138-pound weight class. The Trojans' Bobby Pinder taking on Coley Robbins. Pinder putting in work to get him on his back, and just like that, he gets an early pin. Kent County still down 18-16. The 145-pounders next, Trojans. Mark Blazejack has Jordan Bishop on his back. He's putting up a good fight, but Blazejack outmuscles him and gets the pin. Kent County now on top, 22-18. In the 182 weight class, Snow Hills, Brian Ouden going up against Tyron White. It's a battle early on, but Ouden gets the job done with a pin of his own, and that'll help Snow Hill to come out with the win, beating Kent County 42-28. Elsewhere, North Dorchester knocks off Colonel Richardson. Cambridge wins a close one over Queen Anne's 36-35. And North Carolina tops Mardella. Y-High gets past St. Michael's 51-24, and a big match in Smyrna tonight. What a win for the Eagles, beating nationally ranked 33-30. Now it's time to reveal my student section of the week. Last night there were two student sections that really brought it. I'm talking about the Milford Maniacs and Polytech's Sixth Man. The Maniacs certainly were entertaining, but I know I've seen better from this group before. That's why I'm going to have to give my student section of the week once again to Polytech. Week after week, these students continue to bring so much energy to the gym. They were loud, they were passionate. The Sixth Man came in full force yet again. But I'm sure there are other schools that can step up to the plate, so the challenge has been made to the rest of Delmarva. Do you have a better student section? Send us your pictures and you can be featured right here on The Final Score. Scott, each week these student sections continue to keep getting better and better. I know we are all waiting to see who your pick is. Did the Bleachers Creatures outdo themselves once again, or were they finally brought down by another contender? We're all waiting, Scott.
Yes, the pressure is on. Chanel Douglas, thank you very much. Great job as always. Now for my student section of the week. I tell you what, it's been a lot of fun this year covering high school basketball games across Delmarva. These student sections are fantastic and makes the atmosphere that much better. We had a new contender this week. Y-High rolled out their student section. The Weekamigos, great effort on their first night. Let's see if they can build on it. But for the 5th straight week, I have to give it to the Bleacher Creatures from Bennett. They continue to come up with creative themes. On Tuesday against Stephen Decatur, I thought it was their best performance of the season. The Creatures were loud and into this game. So for yet another week, you are my #1 student section. Parkside, Stephen Decatur, and all the other schools. Are you watching? You have another chance next week to be featured right here on The Final Score. Well, no doubt about it. The student section craze is sweeping across Delmarva. From Dover to Pocomoke City, gyms are rocking with noise, signs, and crazy costumes. The Bleacher Creatures from Bennett have set the bar. On Tuesday, the Governor's Challenge basketball tournament presented the Creatures with their well-deserved championship belt. They were named the top student section of the holiday basketball tournament. So I had to find out firsthand, what does it take to be a Bennett Bleacher Creature?
Passion, creativity, school spirit.
When football season ended this year, we decided that we would go ahead and start the group. We got approval from Mr. Grutis, the principal, and everything was a green light. And we did not expect it to take off the way it did.
To the tune of over 150 members of Bennett's student section. The Bleacher Creatures.
What is a Bleacher Creature?
A Bleacher Creature is just someone loud and crazy and someone who loves their school. The people who come out here, they just love to be here.
Being a little wild, that's embraced with open arms.
Most of them are pretty crazy, to say the least, you know? We all have a desire to have fun. We all have a determination to win the games.
Their impact can be traced to this year's home record, a perfect 5-0.
When the Creatures get up and going, we get going with them. You know, the guys really love that energy that they bring.
I've been to a lot of big sporting events. I've been to rock concerts, and the noise coming from this student section rivals all of it. I brought my red shirt. It's time to go to work. Oh! Oh! Yes! 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 Defense! 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 Let the whole team down. We let the whole team down. This is the moment of truth. Transforming into Clippy, the mascot. I got the attire. Here we go. Never done this. Let's rock and roll. Disgrace. A big disgrace. We will rock you. Thank you. Thank you.
night to remember with the Bleacher Creatures.
That was so much fun, and you can check out the Creatures yourself at their next home game, which is on Tuesday. That's when Bennett will host Pocomoke. Tip-off is set for 5:30. And that will do it for this edition of The Final Score. I'm Scott Abraham. The Late Show with David Letterman is next. Ohio State football coach Urban Meyer will be on the show tonight. And stay right here for WBOC News This Morning with Brittany Cooper and Mike Lichniak beginning at 6 a.m. Hey, have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. Good night, folks.